Hello, Chrissy here at A Little Glam, a lot of mom. Thanks for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going back in time YouTube OG style with a favorites video. I've put together a list of 10 items that make my homeschool mom life that much sweeter. Let's start with electronics. So the Amazon Echo Show. We already own several Amazon Echoes. They're neat and useful. However, this little guy with this HD screen just took it up a notch. So it's useful for video calling. This one lives in the kitchen and it's always so useful for pulling up recipes on the screens or recipe tutorial videos. It works for entertainment. So for example, if one of the kids are helping with prepping a meal, we could play some worship music videos or nature docuseries. We set the screen to display the weather, date, and time, and that's always useful for the kids' curiosity. Of course, as with any other Echo, one could ask Alexa all sorts of questions or facts. And it's even more engaging for the kids with a visual. Just overall, a useful technology tool I can get behind. We're probably not even using it to its full capacity, to be honest. Our family is not up to date on the world of technology. We don't really keep up with the new. So this might be old news, actually. I just thought of that. And, well, there you go. One more in the category of tech, AirPods Pro. These are mine. My husband gifted this pair to me about 2 Christmases ago, mostly for use at the gym. However, these are also super useful at home. I'm folding laundry. I can put one in one ear and listen to a podcast. The noise cancellation works really well on these, so I could only use one at a time while I'm at home. I use them while editing videos. The sweat resistance on the Pro model is what set these apart for me. That's something that's necessary for the gym. My meal planner notebook. You guys, definitely not necessary in order to meal plan. That can be done in a regular notebook or notepad. However, nourishing my family is my biggest responsibility as mom and homemaker. It really consumes my day even more than homeschooling itself. So why not add a little bit of beauty to this chore, set the mood when I sit to meal plan and just romanticize my life a bit. So the meal planner notebook is by June and Lucy. You could find them on Instagram and on Amazon. I chose this planner specifically because each spread is for a week, and that's my meal shopping and prepping schedule. I grocery shop weekly. We like to rotate foods and meals. We also eat a lot of fresh ingredients, produce, and so weekly grocery store trips are a must. I also think that it's less daunting to plan a week at a time, and just 1 week alone there are a lot of meals and snacks for 7 people. I can't fathom planning for a month at a time. The layout is perfect: lunch, dinner, and snacks for 7 days a week, with space for a grocery list and a notes section. I shared my favorite meal planning tips on Instagram. The link to my Instagram handle is in the description box if you want to go watch that reel. Let's take a moment for my favorite binder. U Brand's D-Ring Bind Folios. I find these at Target. It holds 200 papers in the rings, and there's an accordion file with a clasp to secure the loose paper. It's holding our nature class guide right now. It would also work so well as a seasonal binder. And if you don't know what my seasonal binders are, I will link a playlist in the description box. It'll hold anything like cards, coloring pages, posters I could store in this accordion file. So these next items are not mine, and it is a new supply to us. The kids got these for Christmas, but you guys, these are working out so well I had to include them in this favorites video. So we keep a caddy of supplies that we share at home. However, the issue was when it came to running out the door. The caddy was constantly being depleted. Most supplies didn't make it back, and when they did, the kids weren't doing an efficient job at putting the supplies back neatly. Then there was also the issue of kids rushing to pack supplies last minute. So my kids never leave the house without a pad, some pencils, or markers. I do countdowns in our home, like we're leaving in 20 minutes, bedtime in 10 minutes, etc. But it never fails. Everyone waits until I'm already making my way out the door to find a pencil pouch to shove supplies in. So these cases have eliminated both those issues. Everyone has their own pencils, colored pencils, markers, erasers, scissors, glue sticks, and a few other personal selection of supplies. They're more motivated to care for and have responsibility over their supplies. I don't mind too much how they order them in the case as long as it works efficiently for them. And these cases are so large and fit so much. They also have a handle for carrying, a few extra pockets. I personally would have preferred a solid earth tone colors for a more uniform look all around, but these aren't my cases after all. The kids love the prints and they fit to their personalities too. These cases do cost more than your regular pencil case or pouch that you can pick up at Target. However, they do seem really well made. The case itself, it's durable, it's a thick material. The zippers and all the sewn in little slots seem really well made and durable. I'm really happy with these. I got myself a teacher's rolling crate, and I don't know what took me so long. Our Friday nature study class location varies, and so toting around all of our supplies literally broke my bag. This collapses down pretty well for storage. It opens pretty effortlessly as well. It has support pieces and it holds 80 pounds. There is a lid that secures on, so if we get caught in some rainy weather, it'll offer some sort of protection to our supplies and books while we make it to the van. The lid can also be used as a seat, so super useful. I chose the large size because it fits everything we need for nature class anywhere. Binder, nature journals, each kid's pencil cases, books, a lunch pack for snacks, and everyone's water thermos. As you can see, we've already started a collection of our favorite nature stickers on it. And did I mention that I found this on Amazon? Of course, it'll be linked in the description box. Let's jump into books for a bit. Now, these aren't mama books. These are books that we utilize for homeschooling. However, they make my job easier or they just make me happy. So let's start with picture book biographies. You guys, I'll admit that my kids don't particularly enjoy biography books. However, that changed with picture book biographies. I mean, it just makes sense. Illustrations are a feast for the eyes. Sure, they are abridged versions. However, if there's a strong interest or rabbit trails to explore, guess what? We can always box out. Imagine that. So when that happens or we're diving into a study, I supplement these with deeper biographies, perhaps reference books or videos. Most of our picture book biographies, you'll also find nonfiction sections at the end of the book, like author's notes, photos, and timelines. Even my teens enjoy picture book biographies. I do too. I couldn't put together this video without including my favorite series of books in our home library, the Welcome to the Museum series. This series consists of 8 stunning and extraordinary books. The concept and design is that these books provide access to the world's most beautiful exhibits. Each volume is organized in galleries with full-color illustrations on these oversized map pages and descriptive text for each specimen. These books are both captivating for children and adults. They make the most beautiful coffee table books or displayed along with decor. We use them for browsing, as reference book for nature studies, and inspiration for nature journaling. These books are one of my most favorite treasures. I made a video several years ago about my favorite unschooling resources, but if I were to make a new video like that, this atlas book would be included as one of my top favorite resources to support geography, social, and cultural learning outside of curriculum. First, the maps are just strikingly illustrated. There are not only borders and cities and landforms in the map, but also places and things of cultural and historical interest, indigenous animals and plants, landmarks, cultural events and customs, foods, native people, sports, languages. There are just so many snippets of information here to support a feast of learning. We like to reference to it, just browse through it, and it's also our main resource to use for map work. I'm pretty sure that there is an anniversary edition, or maybe it's just an updated edition that features a few more countries. I'd love to add that one to our library too. And my number one favorite homeschool resource has to be the Hearth Keepers membership by Hearth Magic. Hearth Magic has been a rich resource and treasure in our homeschool for several years, and if you've been following me for quite some time, you know that already. Amber releases over 20 new resources each year, and with the membership, we have access to every book guide, circle time, nature table art, festival guides, and more. There are a few membership packages. The lifetime membership has access to a Facebook group where you can find all the files that are in her Etsy shop, with unlimited mentoring via Messenger and yearly one-on-one consultations. My favorite thing about Amber's resources is that they support a variety of homeschool styles. Some of our current most used and favorite resources are the family literature guides. She recently released a nonfiction book guide on the hidden figures, women in history, and civil rights movements. It's just extraordinary. I filmed a full flip through a few videos back, and I'll link that in a card in case you're interested. Luna and I are currently delighting in the Adventures Through Fairy Tales, a guide through the alphabet. We adore the storytelling puppets, seasonal studies. Here's a look inside my spring seasonal binder. Some of her seasonal resources include circle time sets, handwriting pages, poetry, nature studies, and holiday festivals. Amber makes all sorts of flashcards like the phonetic alphabet flashcards, task cards and wheels for every season, activity cards like counting clip or memory card games. She also makes cultural and history resources. One of my favorite sets are the affirmation flashcard sets and form drawing flashcards. Amber also offers yearly memberships with a locked-in price for yearly renewal. Something that Amber offers yearly as well are scholarships towards her memberships, and that's just a true testament to her heart and just the genuine love that is poured into her resources and the homeschool community. So there you have it. These are the top 10 homeschool mom favorites, resources, gadgets, books, just for fun, that I wouldn't want to homeschool without. Just in case you saw something that interests you today, don't forget that all the links are in the description box. I hope that today's video brought you some enjoyment and comfort. I really just wanted to put together a fun, lighthearted video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up to let me know, and I'd also love to hear about your homeschool mom favorites down in the comment section.